Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I pray you're doing well wherever you are in your corner of the world. I hope that, again, keep your faith up, knowing that you are blessed, you are highly favored. Again, knowing that God is for you, and because He's for you, no one, nobody, nothing can be against you. So I'm sending you the purest of love and light. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. I hope that this message will resonate with you, and as a result, you will subscribe to this channel. If you're a returning soul triber, new soul triber, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. At Will's, happy belated birthday. Crystal, I think you had your birthday. Happy birthday, ladies. I certainly hope that your day was great. I mean, you just need to know that, it's getting better from here on. Because the more we evolve, the more we grow, the more we are enlightened and transformed, awakened, then it's like the better these years and these days are for us. So happy birthday, Scorpios. This is our time, this is our season, and let me tell you, I am excited for you. But you know what the topic is. I have not heard this song in a long time, and I get messages through songs. I'm just open to divine's calling and nudges. It's not up to me as to what messages come out. I'm just willing to be a vessel in order for someone to get the word. So as I was just thinking, like, which deck should I use, and just thinking about it, I opened this box, and again, one card stuck in the bottom. And let me tell you, see, even though I'm shaking, it's not coming out. It is stuck in there. But it says there, not enough, not enough. Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear and frustrations. Not enough. And the song that I heard prior to this was, and I had to quickly look it up because I wasn't sure who the singer is as well. I cannot play it because, YouTube, it's going to be a violation, so I'm not even going to try. But it's by Brian McKnight, One Last Cry. And I don't know what is it that someone needs to cry over one last time. It's like, having the funeral one last time. You've been going over this. And for those of you who know that song, I know the chorus part of it. It's like, one last cry, one last cry. I'm gonna leave it all behind. I gotta put you out of my mind this time. Stop living a lie. I guess I'm down to my last cry. And it's a sad song. Maybe some of you can look it up. It's sad. There's a part in there that says that I give my best to you. There's nothing for me to do but one last cry. So I don't know who needs to hear that. One last cry. And when I saw and I looked at this card as well, I keep putting my cards out of alignment. I realize that because I do watch these videos as well, because I am encouraged by the word, because it's like while I'm doing the message, I'm just in that meditative mode, and so I will go back and watch to see what God has for me there as well. So I just want you to know, I'm not one of those who preach, shout, talk, do as I say but not as I do. We're in this together, and there's always a word, an on-time word for me as well. I've been to those and been through those situations where persons say one thing, they do another, but I try my best to, and this is why you'll hear me say a lot of the times that I love this for you, I love this for us, because I am in the growing and the learning process as well. So I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. But when I look at this not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustrations, like I said before, so many of you, so many of us may have one last area in our life that we need to let go of. Guys, what do you do when you're anxious or depressed or you're sad? I don't know. Do you go for a drink? Do you go for a spliff? I don't know. But ladies, most of us will probably, yeah, some ladies may drink as well. Some of us, some of you may head for those favorite friends, Ben and Jerry, or that ice cream, something that's stuck in the back of the fridge, and you're like, I know, I promised myself I'm not gonna touch this again, but just one more, just one more to soothe my pain, whatever this is. It's because of this thing you're not feeling enough. You're feeling as if you're lacking something, and it's playing out in your confidence, the way that you see yourself. You're doubting yourself. It is whatever this is, or maybe some lies that were told to you. If you're not careful, you can self-sabotage, talk yourself out of what is good, what is great, what is better for you. You can allow your ego, ego, it is edging God out. So it's like ego, on your shoulder, they'll say you have an angel and you have a demon, right? So the demon is your ego. It does not want what is best for you. And we know fear is not of God. It's not from God. Because he has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And so a lot of us could be having areas in our lives where we are frustrated. We're not getting the answers. We keep on going back around that mountain, circling that thing, when in fact the divine is saying, sit down and have one last cry. Just bawl this thing out. It's like, let's do a detox. Let's cleanse this person, these people, this place, this thing out of our life, in order for us, so that we can live our best life, so we can live the life that the divine has in store for us. For some of you, this fear or this lack of confidence or self-sabotage is causing you to be the runner. Fear of intimacy. You've been hurt in the past. Again, this could mean, for some of you, this could be a job. This could be your business, a career where, maybe it didn't work out and you just need to get over it, move on. It's like, for how long? Yes, it hurt. The betrayals, all of those things, it hurts, but for how long are you going to let this thing have power and control over your life? You thought that relationship was going to last. You took that oath, for better or for worse, till death do you part. But you only were left in more debt, DEBT. Right? People break promises. And as a result, you're running away from things and opportunities and new people that are coming into your life because of the fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. This is what I'm saying. If you are not careful, you can sabotage You can sabotage yourself from what is best for you. Talk yourself out of it. For a lot of you, some of you, there's some old school patterns that we need to get rid of. You know, this is like the old cassette, you know, tape player, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I'm telling you, have that one last cry. Have that funeral. Write that forgiveness letter and just let it go. Like that song from Frozen, let it go, let it go. Because see, in order for us to step in that season, this is our season, but if you want to be in that blessing, we need to release what is no longer serving us. See, for a lot of us, we get frustrated with God as well, because I've been hearing the same messages over and over. Your blessing is coming, showers of blessing, abundance. I don't see anything showing up in my life. Well, are you ready to receive? That's the question. Are we ready to really receive what God has in store for us? Because see, God cannot pour new wine into an old bottle. See, one of the first miracle that Jesus did, where he turned water into wine, he knew he needed to do that miracle. He was going to do that miracle. But he didn't start filling up those jars in those vessels while they were running out. He allowed everything to finish first. And then he advised them to go and catch fresh water. Fresh water. So he will not pour into you until you empty yourself of whatever it is that is hurting you. So until we are willing as a collective, until we are willing to surrender all, there's the hymn, all to Jesus I surrender, all to him I freely give, and really give it, not picking it back up again. Because there is no burden, there is nothing too big, too large for God to do. So we keep on replaying how those people hurt us. We need to release so we can receive. And then you can be a part of those who are getting those blessings. Because it's not that people are not getting blessed. It's just that you may not be getting blessed. Because there is still work. There is still something for you to do. So you are waiting on God, but God is waiting on you. So what is it that you need to face? What is it that whenever it comes up, we resort to some toxic behavior? Whether this is overthinking, sabotaging ourselves, talking ourselves. Oh, I knew that would not work out for me anyway. I mean, I don't deserve it. Who am I? I mean, these are the negative things, that lies that we feed ourselves. For a lot of us, we don't need the enemy. We don't need people to speak negatively in our lives. We do an awesome job of that ourselves, to be honest with you. See, this message, if it triggers you, triggering is not bad. When something triggers you, it means that it is something that we need to confront. We need to deal with it. Because for a lot of us, we can go along thinking that we overcame something because it's not in front of us every day until we hear a song, we watch a movie, we hear a conversation. Then again, it sends us back into a very dark place where we resort to toxic behaviors. See, the body is the temple of the Lord, and a lot of people, they think it's only through physical fitness that the body is a temple of the Lord. When it comes to, yes, nutrition, when it comes to us being celibate, holding our bodies, not allowing people to have it as a trample ground, preserving your energy, knowing that your body, when you give your body to people, You're giving away your energy. And a lot of people are energy vampires, and this is how those narcissists, they use us. And then they bring our clean, good energy over to, loosey-goosey, bitter Betty, jealous Jerrine, or jealous Judith, or bitter Bobby, to get fired up. They use us. So it is important for us to preserve, hold back on our bodies as well. Not allowing those booty calls and, all of these people who just want to run in thinking you're a gas station. They come in for a fill up. You're more than that, because at the end of the day, when they're done with you, this is exactly how you feel. You feel used, misused, abused. You sabotage yourself. You feel like you're nothing. You're not worth anything, because they're just there for a good time, not a long time. And God wants to bless you with that partner, that spouse, if that's something that you're lacking in your life. But again, if you don't forgive, if you don't heal yourself, then when that person comes in, you're just going to, run them a wreck, because of your outdated thinking, that replaying all events, thinking, because this person did it to me, then maybe, I shouldn't trust again. It's hard for you to love again. So there is work to be done in order for us to have better, because you deserve better. We deserve nothing but the best. But in order for us to get this, there is work for us to do. There is healing for us to do. And with the butterfly, evolving, growth, next phase, healing the inner child, releasing the past. Isn't this amazing? Stop replaying the past. Because every time we replay the past, it's only catapulting us way back in a darker place. And again, it's like you're either hot or cold. Whatever you put out there, it's like for a lot of us, we're confusing God, because we're saying we want something new, but yet still we're holding on to the past, or thinking about the past. You want a new job, but yet still you can't let go of the one that you have, even though it's not serving you. So you're afraid to advance. Even within the same company, you're sabotaging yourself. Why would I get the job? What God has for you, it's for you. It's either three. It's either yes, no, or wait. So again, it's for us to stop ruminating. Being the butterfly, that means you have to transform. You have to be transformed. We need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. Where your mind goes, that's where you go. So it's important that we heal that inner child, because a lot of us have some abandonment issues. Things that always push us back in the past, things that happen in our childhood. And as a result, a lot of the behaviors that we have, a lot of the people that we attract in our life, it's because of the things that happened to us as a child. We may have father issues, daddy issues, mommy issues. And so we attract these people too who have these problems, people who are not healed. And so hurt people. And that is how we keep spreading like wildfire, the toxicity around. But God, it is not His will that any of us should perish. He wants us to evolve, to break out of the shell, to break out of self-limitation, beliefs, to see beyond. The possibilities are endless. He wants us to have growth in our life so that you can have a testimony as well of see what the Lord has done. But I'm telling you, as long as we stay in that place, it may be comfortable, but are you happy? That job may be comfortable, you know everybody there, you know, you think that desk is yours, that, you know, and you have everything there, your photos and all of that, you know, you make it your home. But is it really, what is it doing for you? Are you paying your bills? He doesn't just want us to survive, he wants us to thrive. Wow. Yeah, the butterfly. For you to evolve, for you to come into your true self, for you to be everything that you were born to be. You remember when you were a child, you thought you could fly. I mean, the possibilities were endless. You wanted to be this and that. But then as life starts to, you know, hit us, then that's where those fears come in. We want to protect ourselves so much that we resort to behaviors that end up only hurting us. And a lot of people, there is this thing that I've heard over and over. I think it's like a quote or something, where they said one of the reason why the grass in the cemetery is so green, it's because it's fertilizer, it's the manure, because so many unfilled potential people, so many books that were supposed to be written, businesses that were to be started, nothing materialized, and it just all returned back to the ground as fertilizers. All because we don't break free. Again, these could be things that were told to us. But for a lot of you, you know you were born for great things, to do big things. And so you don't allow those things to overcome you. But for some of you, some of us, like I said, there are some things inside of you that needs to be healed. Camera, reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past. See, a lot of the things here, it's talking about the past, releasing the past. So you may be going over, this reminds me like the Six of Cups, going down memory lane. Again, thinking about the people who hurt you. You need to have that one last cry, Deal with that issue within you. I mean, for example, for myself, you know, yes, my dad is a good provider, and I know that he may not say it a lot or often, if ever, very rare, but I know he loves us, he loves his children. But we were separated at a very young age. And I've always felt, even when I was married, I never had a male in my life who protected me, who stood up against the enemies. It's like the men or the males who come into my life, they would take other toxic people or females' advice or their suggestions over mine. So I've never had any male who protected me. So as a part of my journey in healing that inner child is, okay, just relying on God. He has my back. Because see, in the end, even though those male you know, they sold out. And looking back is like, yes, thank God, because they were not good for me. I don't want anybody in my life who cannot defend me, protect me, who does not know me enough that anybody off the street can come and say, this person said this or did this, and you don't know my character enough to stand up for me. So I am happy that those connections didn't work out either, or that connection failed. But I learned to be strong for myself. And I know that in the end, the truth will come out. God is on my side. So I come to realize I may not be able to rely on a person to protect me, but I can protect myself. And I know that God is for me. And because He's for me, who can be against me? So what is it? What are the areas? What are the things in your life? Because see, a lot of us, it's not what we are eating. It's not what we are eating, but it's what is eating us. It is not what you are eating, it's what is eating you. And yes, some of us, it could be that you were abused as a child. And as a result, sometimes that causes us to overeat, to overdrink, to overindulge in sexual toxic relationships, because that is all we know. That is what we were exposed to, and that's a way for us to protect ourselves. Spirit is saying, God is saying, cry one last cry. It's like, have that funeral and get over it. The dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change. Things come into light and heal. So yes, maybe this is a time where things are coming to light for you. You're getting this word. This is an on-time word for you. Because I know as the year comes to an end, a lot of you, a lot of us will be making New Year's resolution. And in order for us to have this change, we need to change things in order to come into this abundance, this positive mindset, manifest gratitude and bliss and blessings. Yeah, the butterfly with the butterfly over abundance. Yes, we must transform. We want something better. We must be able to do something to co-create with the divine. Have a positive mindset, a renewing of the mind, in order for you to manifest, to speak into being what you desire, what you deserve, and have gratitude. Give thanks. Yes, they did a lot of things to us, but we have our health, we have our life, and that is more than enough to give thanks for. They couldn't break you. You're still here. You are blessed. You're highly favored. And that is something you need to know. And that is somewhere you need to start from. You've had a lot of karmic relationships. Even people who propose, engaged. But see, God wants you to let go of this toxicity, karmic relationship, resentment and triggers, perception, intensity, and letting go again, turmoil and fleeting. Those relationships were just there to teach you a lesson, to love yourself, to know your worth, to not rely on people. All the answer is within you. Those were triggers to heal you. That abandonment issue, that's to show you that there's an area inside of you where you always felt as if nobody was there with you, for you. See, God wants to bring you a higher love, higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, completion. God wants to close out the cycle of your life in a healthy way, in a healthy way. See, He doesn't want you to be codependent, obsessed, emotional block. These things are blocking your blessings. So if you're wondering, why am I not being blessed? Why is it everybody around me, they're happy and I am not? We need to stop allowing girl with a snake to be charmed or used. Have boundaries. Don't enable the things that is working against us. Stop falling for the same trick and traps of the enemy. Ground yourself. Be stable. Ground yourself to have this growth and endurance. You can do this. Stop having people pull you back out to those toxic lifestyle. When people see you're changing, they're going to want to come back to distract you. Spirit is saying, stand your ground, hammer. They want to sabotage you. But Spirit is saying, be persistent, work on it. Repair, fix what is broken in your life. Heal your heart. Make healthy choices. I can't make it up. Make healthy choices. Not only in eating, but in loving yourself. Refusing those things that people cannot see us doing behind closed doors. Work on ourselves. People can see when some people is overweight, but some people are fat on the inside. Fat with greed, lust, hatred, jealousy, envy. Those are things too we need to heal. Let us do it so we can get into our blessing and our purpose, guys. Thank you so very much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care.